youtube.com/snapbolt. My name is Max. I'm here with another Pauper League. Vintage Cube is out on Magic Online, so I'm gonna be playing some more of that. Love that format, but I'm got the itch to play a little Pauper, and I've been wanting to try this Cascade Defender deck, Cascade Walls. Um, I brewed some Overgrown Battlement decks way back in the day, and admittedly they weren't as good as this list. I didn't have the Quirion Ranger tech. I was playing like preordained counterspell, Crusher, Mulldrifter, a bunch of draws, and maybe some Rolling Thunder stuff like that. But this was a long time ago, and this build is a lot better just because you also get to play Lead the Stampede and Winding Way to draw cards. This list is a pretty known quantity at this point. I did see a list playing 3 Mulldrifters, and I really liked that just because you find them with your draw spells, they draw more cards, and they can just win the game. And you're playing all these Cascade cards, so you have another good hit. So I just really like the Mulldrifter tech. 2 Crushers, pretty straightforward list. Uh, we sometimes you play the combo with like Drift of Phantasms and Freed from the Real and everything in the sideboard, but I'm not doing that. So we could lose to Stonehorn Dignitary, where I have to skip all my combat phases. But other than that, I think this version is a little more streamlined. So we'll just go with it like this. We'll see how it goes. I haven't played any games with this deck, but I think I'll be fine. I've played a lot of elves. Can't be too much different, right? Sideboard, triple Scattershot Archer, 2 Moments Piece, a Pulse, double Disciple, a Reaping the Grave, triple Cannonade against like elves and stuff, and triple Gorilla Shaman against Affinity. Not sure about the sideboard either, but again, I haven't played any games. I think I'll be fine. I've played against this deck a fair amount. This deck seems pretty sweet. You can draw a bunch of cards, and it can be kind of hard to stop it from going off, especially just like these Cascade cards. You have like so much value in the deck, and you can make a ton of mana. So what's not to like? Let's just go round one. Round one, we're against Carrera 7. We're gonna keep this hand, even though, I mean, maybe we're not. I think we're supposed to keep. We're on the draw. We just need to draw basically like any 1 or 2 drop would be good to go with this Caretaker. Birthday present 6-pack from my girlfriend's brother. Great present. Ooh, that's hoppy. Okay, 7 drop. Not ideal. See if we can draw a battle, Overgrown Battlement, or just something. Forest, and that's it. Right, Quirion Ranger was actually a good draw. I just don't know what we're up against. What is forest without anything? Is it the mirror? We can't do anything else this turn. Because I can untap this, but I can't play another land, so I just have to wait till next turn, probably play Axebane, and then try to do something the turn after that. So maybe this was a mulligan. Yeah, this is just the mirror. This deck is getting more popular, so that makes sense. Okay. I think they just go. Is all I can do Axebane? I could play Mulldrifter, but it's definitely better to get Axebane down. Opponent might not be able to really go off next turn. Let's see. So I think I can only make 2 more mana. So that's the only thing I can do. That's okay. Because I can. Oh, no. Let's see. Can I make 3 mana and play Lead the Stampede? Because I can make 1 mana with Caretaker, then. Oh, no. I can't. Because I played a land. If I could replay land, then I could make 3 mana. Because right now I can go Quirion Ranger. I could go Caretaker, tap Ranger, add 1 mana, then use Ranger, untap Caretaker, then tap Caretaker and Guardian, make another mana, but then I can't replay the land that I bounced. So I can't do anything. So bear with me, it'll take me a second to figure out all the lines, but I should be okay. Opponent kept a slow hand, I mean so did we. Oh, they can't do anything else? Wow. Okay, now we can do a lot. I wish we had more Axebane Guardians, but we don't at the moment. I could start with a Lead the Stampede, and try to hit like more Axebanes. I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana right now. I can just play Dino. I think that's probably best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have to tap this twice. I'm not really sure what's best. I could just literally just Lead the Stampede. Maybe that's better because I have like so many good hits if I do that. Because if I hit more defenders, then I can add more mana. Yeah, this is sweet. Okay, see now I can wait on tapping Axebane Guardian as well, which is nice. Tap these two, play Tinder Wall. Then I can add. Probably just play Rubblefort now. And then I use Quirion, untap Axebane. Yeah, see, playing Lead the Stampede was definitely right. I can add a blue mana. I can add double blue. I don't think it really matters. That's 4 mana. And then I can go Overgrown Battlement. I'm probably going to play Dino. 7 mana. Do I leave the blue floating? Is there any reason? I don't think I do, actually. I think I just play Dino. Another Rubblefort. I think this is about all I can do. I mean, I could lose next turn, potentially. I can play a Lead the Stampede right now. I maybe should have done that instead of playing this to try to hit like another Quirion Ranger or something. I wonder if I'm supposed to Lead the Stampede right now. I just can't make any more mana anyway, so I don't think I'm supposed to. I can just do it next turn. Alright. If opponent just plays like an Ulamog's Crusher or something, that doesn't really do anything. I like this art better than the couple trees. Can opponent go off here? Probably. Okay, they Lead the Stampede. Rubblefort, Dino, Mulldrifter. Okay. So they can either just, can they just play Dino or Rubblefort? Do they have like an Overgrown Battlement here? Overgrown Battlement into Dino. Another Axebane. Rubblefort was the key also to like making this deck much better. Another Lead the Stampede. Okay, so now we need them to not hit Quirion Ranger. They do. They hit. Damn. Caretaker, Ranger. I think I was supposed to Lead the Stampede instead of Dinoing. That's my inexperience with the deck, though. There's the Llanowar, sure. Now are they going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana? They're just gonna go Mulldrifter? Or are they gonna go Boarding Party or Dino? They're at 14, I'm at 20. And next turn I can probably win. I can make a ton of mana next turn. Evoke Mulldrifter. That actually kind of makes sense. Because they just need to hit like Overgrown Battlements and stuff. I think I should have definitely not played Dino. I think that was my mistake. They evoked another Mulldrifter, and now they're... Oh, they hit Ranger. Okay. They can still only make 5 more mana though. Tinder Wall into boarding party. All right. Oh no. Overgrown Battlement. Okay. 6 mana. So can't they can't quite dino. Okay, nice. So I think they're done. They can attack. They choose not to. And I think we lead on Lead the Stampede. All right, this is good. This is really good. It's nice that we kept this Tinder Wall around so we have more defenders. Can play a bunch of Mulldrifters this turn. Yeah, this was going to be over because we can, I think, pretty much do everything. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders right now, 8 defenders. So these all add 8 mana. We can untap them with Quirion Ranger. So how much mana did we have? Like 8, 16, 24, 32. 32 mana, and we were going to draw a million cards. We could draw more Rangers and then make 8 more mana each one we draw. So we were able to do the thing. I don't think I want Cannonade. It doesn't really do what I want it to. Moments Peace could be good, because if they just fully like draw their deck or something, and then we Moments Peace, I could also just not sideboard and just try to combo faster. That might be better, just to not have Moments Peace. Like, it's not good against Ulamog's Crusher. But it might be what I need to just like buy one extra turn. Because if we both kind of go off, and then one person has like Moments Peace in their deck, it gets a lot better. I don't know if Dino is even like that insane, or boarding party. Dino at least has trample. Costs 7 mana, but boarding party does cost red. Maybe I just do this. I don't know if Moments Peace is good, but again, if we each go off, and then I just like, even if they Crusher and I sack like 2 lands and have a million defenders out and Moments Peace it to survive, and then I can crack back for the win, it's gotta just be worse, right? I'm just gonna not sideboard. Just try to combo faster than them. I feel like I may have not even played that game that well, considering I didn't go for the Lead the Stampede when I dinoed. But I got lucky that opponent couldn't like fully go off. Meanwhile, this hand looks a lot better than our first hand. Turn 1 Caretaker, turn 2 Caretaker into Battlement, turn 3 Rubblefort. Opponent's on 5. This deck does probably have to mulligan a lot. It's only got 14 lands, and it's got a lot of expensive cards. So your hand can easily be just like Dino, Dino, Mulldrifter, Mulldrifter, 1 land, and then a couple 3-drops or something. Like, it's not necessarily immune to mulliganing. And if you mulligan down to 5, like opponent has 3 cards left, they might not have enough resources. Oh, Lead the Stampede. Oh, Axebane Guardian. Interesting. And no land. Quirion Ranger is a good draw. I think that I want to play on turn 3. Let's see. I could play it this turn potentially, but then I have to most likely bounce a land. Let's see. If I play Ranger, I can make 2 more mana, but I have to bounce a land. I think it's better to play Ranger next turn. Let's just play Battlement and pass. This sets us up pretty well for a turn 3. Opponent just plays Battlement, or even Winding Way. That's not that scary. Oh man, they hit 1 creature and then they concede. Yeah, we were gonna win there for sure. Because next turn I can play Ranger, make 3 mana, bring the land back, replay it, So I have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana at least, and I can lead the Stampede. And I would hit, actually not much, but another Ranger and an Axebane Guardian. I could have played like Quirion Ranger, Lead the Stampede, Rubblefort, Ranger, Axebane Guardian, and I don't think I think that's all I could do. But that was turn 3, so yeah, decks got there in the mirror. Looked sweet. Let's go round 2. Gamal MTG. Keep this hand for sure. Hope our Llanowar doesn't die. Best Art Llanowar Elves. Arbor Elf. Looks like we might be up against Ponza. I'm gonna still play Arbor over Caretaker. See if we get turn 2 land destruction here. Looks like this is a Thermokarst. Yep. Okay. Not ideal. We have to just hope they don't have like a million land destruction spells in hand. We don't have that many lands in the deck. Looks like another one. Okay. Mulldrifter can't cast it. So we need to basically just draw more lands. Not playing Monarch here. We don't need a stop on our end step. Another one. If we were on the play, this game would look so different because we would have gotten an Axebane Guardian down. Nice land. That was huge. Now I just play Axebane, pass. And then I think I just keep developing my mana with more Axebane Guardians. Because now any land destruction spell they play doesn't really matter. Like if they play an Acid Moss here, I just don't care about that much. I think this card is just so overrated. I do not think it's very good. Ooh, Crusher, that's a good one. So we go 1, 2, 2 mana, play another Axebane Guardian, and hit for 1. Now next turn we actually have a lot of mana. This is another Acid Moss. If it is, it's actually kind of like just fine. If that's all they're doing. Are they taking the Monarchy? Yeah. Okay. I wonder if this is mono green or if they just don't have all their colors yet. I learned from the first game, yeah, playing a Lead the Stampede here is actually pretty enticing. I wonder if I play Axebane first. I think actually I do because I definitely want to play this. Maybe if I hit Rubblefort though, I want to play Lead the Stampede first. I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm going to play Axebane first. Then I'm going to play Lead the Stampede. I think it's better to play Lead the Stampede rather than like Mulldrifter. That was not a good one. Still not the end of the world though. I'm not too scared of what the opponent can do to us. I can just play Overgrown Battlement and Tinder Wall this turn, and then next turn play all my big stuff. I don't think there's any way they can like wrath me or do anything that terrible to me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I can make 5 mana if I want to sack my Tinder Wall. Yeah, just gonna play Overgrown Battlement, play Tinder Wall, pass the turn, and then I can try to Mulldrifter and or Boarding Party next turn, try to hit a Rubblefort and give my Crusher haste. I have just like so much mana now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders, 24 mana, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I have 29 mana. Yeah, I'll just take 4. They play a Rhyme Tender. Yeah, it looks like there's some weird mono green version of the deck. Quirion Ranger gives us even more mana. Right, let's just go add some blue and red mana. And green, I suppose. Just lead on Mulldrifter. Again, I want to find Rubblefort is really what I want. No, we don't. So now do I just go boarding party? I guess I can just play my Overgrown Battlements out first. Quirion Ranger. Now boarding party. Rubblefort. Oh, Lead the Stampede. That's even better. Another boarding party, but not much else. Just some more mana. Okay. They can't come back from this. This deck really goes off. This deck's pretty nuts. Like, opponent, I mean, we were pretty lucky to draw lands, considering we don't have that many lands in the deck. But opponent went turn 2 on the play, Stone Rain, Acid Moss, and then we were able to just pretty easily rebuild once we got Axebanes down. I mean, if you don't kill Axebane, this deck really goes off. This is really a key card to kill or counter. Thing is though, like with all these, you just have so much draw. Alright, Pulse seems good. Can get back a land, but maybe I just don't care about that. Cannonade kills all their Arbor Elves and stuff, but it kills some of my creatures too. I think I actually just don't sideboard again. Yeah, this gets back a land, but it costs 3 mana to cast. So it's like at that point, if I have 3 mana to cast this, is it even that good? I just want to like do my own game plan. Why do you just don't need a sideboard with this deck? Alright, this is funny, but I'm actually gonna keep just like, why would I mulligan the 5 land hand against the land destruction deck when I'm a 14 land deck? It's like, I know I don't have that much gas, but if opponent just keeps a hand with a couple like thermal karsts, it just doesn't do anything. I don't care if they blow up my lands and they're on 5. I know they can kind of go off and do their own thing if they don't draw their land destruction spells, but if they're drawing thermal karst, acid moss, I am happy with this hand. Green. This might be mono green land destruction. Alright, Mulldrifter is actually a perfect draw because then on turn 3 we can just draw cards. Dino's good too. I love this card. This is like one of my favorite cards. Really cool design. Pretty powerful. Alright, quick 2-0. Let's go round 3. Not much to say there. Round 3, we're against M. Chill Perico. I'll keep this hand. We have Caretaker and Tinder Walls to get up to our 3 drops. So this hand looks reasonable. I wonder if this is the mirror or if it's elves. Definitely lead Caretaker here because I can tap it next turn for mana. Okay, we still don't know, but looking more like elves. See if they play it. I guess we'll find out here. Yep, mirror. Wow, this deck is popular right now. This deck is good. That's why. So all I can do is Tinder Wall into either another Tinder Wall or a Llanowar Elf. So I'm probably losing. I think Llanowar is better. That sucks. We'll see. The opponent, I mean, might not have that much going on. Oh, okay. It's rough. This deck is pretty hard to fight. Okay, they didn't hit that much. They can play a couple Quirion Rangers and this funky art Llanowar Elf. Come on, that's so much better. That's all they do. Yeah, I definitely need to play Battlement this turn. I don't want to sack my Tinder Wall. Let's see. I can also just go play Axebane Guardian right now. But I think it's better to play Battlement and Tinder Wall. That's what I'm going to do. Just hope opponent doesn't really have much left to do. Next turn I can actually do a fair amount because I have 4 defenders out now. Another Lead the Stampede. Okay. Mono Lead the Stampedes for the opponent. They don't have any of the big mana guys yet, though. They still don't. They have 11 cards in hand. Forest. Okay, they drew Forest per turn. Or maybe they've just been using Quirion. Tinder Wall. Okay, do they want to use Quirion here? 4, 5, 6, 7 mana without sacking Tinder Walls. I want to hit Rubblefort. Maybe this deck should be on 4 Rubblefort. There's Dino, which I have learned not to play. Alright, I think what I do is I play Axebane Guardian, tapping like this. Then I play this, then I play Lead the Stampede. I could also just play out like a million Axebane Guardians right here. An opponent probably can't do that much on their next turn. Unless they get like pretty lucky. They just have hit pretty terribly. Alright. Let's play Axebane Guardian. I could also sack 1 Tinder Wall, which I think actually I'm supposed to do. But maybe I could just Lead the Stampede first. Let's see. That's 5 mana. If I Lead the Stampede, I'll have 2 mana left. Alright, that's gotta be right. Because I could hit Quirion Ranger and... Oh, there's Rubblefort. It's nice. Now I'm good to go. So now I sack Tinder Wall, play Rubblefort, and then just add a bunch of green mana for now. Axebane Guardian, Battlement, make a million mana. Just gonna play fast at this point. There's not that much I can do. I can just play out my hand. Maybe I can hit a draw spell off this Dino. We only have 1 land in play. Pretty funny. Not sure if it matters. I think I'm actually supposed to leave green floating. I have a bunch more mana. Okay, boarding party. Okay, I can still hit a draw spell. Right, another Axebane. And that's all I can do. Not missing anything, right? Okay. Yeah, again, I don't know how much opponent can do on this next turn. I don't think they can have... I guess they could have naturally drawn Rubblefort and then somehow make a lot of mana. Let's see if they Rubblefort here. Even if they do, it's not... They can't necessarily do enough. And any Lead the Stampede, Winding Way we draw is really good. We have 4 Mulldrifters, 3 of each Cascade guy left, 2 Crushers, and then lead the Stampedes and Winding Ways as good draws. Okay, is this a Rubblefort? Oh, it's just a boarding party. Hope to hit Rubblefort. Lead the Stampede. Okay, I don't think that will do it. Okay, there's Rubblefort, but now they can't cast it. They had to sack both Tinder Walls just to get the boarding party out. And it looks like they're on the Valakut Invoker version. So it looks like they probably have the combo on the side, which is actually kind of scary. Ooh. Oh, can they not Rubblefort? No. All right, they're at 8. Draw spell? Nice. Wait, no, I don't want to tap Llanowar because I might want to attack with that. Creature. Oh, yeah. Jesus. That should do it. Actually, Dino. Hit 4 cards off that Winding Way. Alright. We were going to hit Mulldrifter. And then more Winding Ways. Yeah. Sweet. Getting pretty lucky to win these mirrors. I wonder if I'm supposed to have, as funny as this is, maybe I'm just playing against this deck a lot right now, not playing against blue, but there's a card, I think it's Blow Your House Down. I think it's 3 mana total, 2 colorless, 1 red, sorcery. Up to 3 creatures can't block this turn, destroy any of them that are walls. So you can just target 3 things and then destroy them if they're walls. So if the opponent just goes like wall, Overgrown Battlement, go, and you just go like kill all your stuff, that's definitely a good sideboard card to have in this deck for the mirror. So yeah, maybe I'll try that. Just not going to sideboard again here. I just want to stay hyper focused on doing our game plan, having as much draw as we can in the deck. I think we have to mulligan this. We can't really do anything. We can turn 1 Quirion, yes, but then turn 2, what do? If we activate Quirion to make 2 mana, we still can't cast a spell, so I have to just mulligan. This isn't great. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep or try for even a more explosive hand on 5. I think I'm supposed to keep this. And just put back like a Mulldrifter. Lead the Stampede, I think, is better. Might just be rough on the draw anyway. Okay, Tinder Wall's good. Maybe we can draw an Overgrown Battlement or something on our next draw step. Okay, speaking of, no land for the opponent, and we do. Okay, I mean, opponent might be able to do a lot next turn, but same with us. Ooh. Let's see. I was gonna say I can't go Rubblefort into Overgrown Battlement. And I don't really want to sack Tinder Wall anyway, because I want to have as many defenders out as I can. I'm just greedy on not sacking these, I think. But I think that can be good. Another Overgrown Battlement? No. Defender, though. No Quirion Ranger, please. Okay. And mono Lead the Stampedes for us. That's fine. All right, let's go Rubblefort right now. Because then we add 1 more mana with Overgrown Battlement. And I want to get this down anyway. Hope to hit Quirion Ranger here. We can also sack Tinder Wall if we need to. Okay. So now I think I do sack Tinder Wall, play Overgrown Battlement, play Axebane Guardian, play Lead the Stampede. That's got to be right. Play Overgrown Battlement. Tap it for mana. Play Axebane Guardian. Tap that for mana. I think I just want mostly green mana. I don't think I need blue mana for Mulldrifter. I can just play multiple Lead the Stampedes. I think I just want as many green as possible, actually. Okay, we didn't hit a Quirion Ranger, which is pretty unfortunate. So I can just play another Lead the Stampede, try to hit Quirion Ranger. I have 4 mana, 5 mana. I guess that's all we can do. It's not like it's that bad, but not ideal. But next turn we have basically infinite mana, so if opponent doesn't like essentially kill us, I think we should be good. Okay. And now next turn we have infinite mana basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders. So I have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 mana. Oh no. Mulldrifter Caretaker, it's not very good. I mean, we didn't hit that great, but we were still able to play so many Lead the Stampedes there. I'm feeling good about this. Oh no. Is it Boarding Party or Rebelfort? Rebelfort's definitely more scary. Yeah, this card really makes the deck tick. I tried Crossing Drawbridge right when that came out, but it's not the same as Rebelfort. This is way, way better. Just because you can stay and play and continue to give stuff haste, where Crashing Drawbridge you have to activate, and then it only gives one thing haste. Okay, Dino into Quirion Ranger. Uh-oh. Quirion Ranger is a key part of the deck. So they can untap Battlement, but then that's probably all they can do. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Because again, how much mana do we have? 29 mana. I mean, I can just lead Mulldrifter. I can even just lead Evoke Mulldrifter, just because I don't really need that out. I'd rather just like get more Crushers and more drawdown, more defenders. So I'll just lead on this. I don't think I need to pay the extra 2 mana. Maybe it's worth it, but I have a lot to do. So let's not. Draw. Okay, there's Lead the Stampede. It's actually good. I think I'm going to play Lead the Stampede. Bunch more Mulldrifters. Oh man, have we not hit Quirion Ranger? That's pretty insane. We actually can't do like that much here, and I was supposed to add more blue mana now that I draw Mulldrifters that I want to cast. I mean, playing more Rubbleforts out is kind of free at this point. I probably should have done it before tapping this. Because I can play Rebelfort for essentially 1 mana here. Because then these each add 1 more mana. Alright, let's do it. Don't know if that was right either. 8 mana. I think I evoke Mulldrifter. Again, I just want to hit Quirion Ranger basically. Alright, well there's Overgrown Battlement, so that at least is a lot more mana. Battlement. Let's evoke another Mulldrifter. I think Mulldrifter is really good tech in this deck, just to allow you to keep going. Okay, there's some big hits. Axebane Guardian's nice, and Winding Way. Let's play Axebane. This should be enough now. Winding Way, creature. There's Quirion. Is that the only thing we hit? Quirion in 3 lands? Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Quirion. And then Dino. Caretaker, sure. Another Dino. I have a lot more mana left, so I'm not in a rush to Crusher here. 4 Boarding party. This deck is crazy. I mean, opponent could straight go off and kill us if we don't do enough to actually win, but I think we are going to be able to do enough to actually win here. Okay, now I suppose I just use Quirion, untap that, bounce a forest, add 1,000,000 mana, Dino, Tinder Wall, boarding party, nice. Overgrown Battlement, 13 more mana. Boarding party. I mean, this is fun for me. I'm going to keep going. Boarding party. This deck is sweet. We're doing it. We're not hitting on these things though. I still think this is going to be enough. So we played literally everything we possibly could have. And then attack with all. Sure. I think that's enough because this is 18 trample plus quad boarding party plus crusher. They can only block 2 things, so they could block boarding party, crusher, and they take way more than lethal. Could they have fog? If they do, that's pretty sick. Storm count is 24. Do they have the moments piece? No. Whew. 3060. Let's go for the 5-0. See you in round 4. Three. I'm gonna keep this hand. We're on the draw. Super unlucky. We're against Seize for Cookie. And are we against the mirror again? I would not be surprised. This deck is good. This deck is real. I mean, I know we've drawn well and we've beaten the mirror kind of luckily twice, but yeah, this deck is good. Lead Caretaker. I'd be surprised if we were not up against the mirror. Nothing? This even makes it seem more likely that it's the mirror to me. Just go Caretaker. I can just go, yeah, play it. Play another Caretaker and play a Quirion Ranger. And then pass. We weren't really able to Axebane there. Island, Lead the Stampede. Oh, it's just elves with such a weird keep. Did they just mulligan to 6 and keep like no creatures? What? They kept a 6 on with playing elves, and their first spell was Lead the Stampede. I mean, I know I hate going to 5-2, but can that be right? I don't think so. I really don't think so. That is weird. I don't think I can really Lead the Stampede and cast Rubblefort this turn anyway, so I'm just going to try to deploy Battlement and Axebane Guardian, and I'm not that scared of what the opponent can do, honestly. So let's go Overgrown Battlement. And then go green mana. Green mana. Yeah, just play Axebane. Just play it safe, I think. And then next turn I can Lead the Stampede and hopefully go off. This is only turn 3. we're on the draw. So their turn 3 was lead the Stampede because they kept a weird 6. And our turn 3 was play all this stuff. Okay, Timberwatch Elf. Yeah. Quirion Ranger or Llanowar? Okay. Yeah, we can do it here. Tinder Wall, lead the Stampede. You want to play the walls first because then you add more mana every time you tap your defenders that count each defender. Guess I'll just lead Dino. Don't know if I'm supposed to like not use Quirion for some reason, but just do it this way. Okay, we're hitting the boarding parties. Okay, we're doing the somewhat dream Cascade. Oh, there's Crusher. No haste yet. Let's add a red mana. I guess I don't need to. I can just tap this. And go boarding party. Another Mulldrifter, it's great. Didn't really hit much, but I'm assuming this should be enough. Now we just go Quirion Ranger. I guess I can just play these post-combat. Let's just do it now just to be safe. I don't think I'm that scared of the opponent knowing what I'm doing. Crusher. Quirion. Okay, they scooped to the Crusher for some reason. Sweet. Beat Elves there, and now we actually have some Cannonades that we're going to bring in. Bring in Cannonades. I think that's all we want. I don't think I want Moment's Peace. Maybe I do. This just literally like time walks them twice, but I think I want to rely on Cannonade to slow them down and not Moment's Peace, because if they do their thing, they can literally make like 100 creatures as well. So if I just fog that twice, like I don't know if I can attack through that to win necessarily. So let's just bring in the Cannonades and try to win with that. I think I'd take out some of the elves just because they died a Cannonade. I think Quirion Ranger might be too important to cut. I could take out like a Mulldrifter just because it's a little bit slow. Sure. The flying is decent. I wonder if I should cut boarding party or Dino. I'll cut a boarding party. This looks good. I know our Quirion Rangers died to Cannonade, but we can try to slow roll Quirion Ranger when possible. And Cannonade is just so good against their deck that we want to have maximum number of those in the deck. This is definitely a keep, even though we don't have Cannonade in hand. We just have a good curve. Wow, opponent is keeping weird draws with elves, that's for sure. Turn 2, I can go Battlement plus Tinder Wall or Axebane Guardian. Alright, let's just do this play that we've done already. This deck is fun to play, that's for sure. Let's see, I can play double Overgrown Battlement by sacking Tinder Wall, but I don't think there's really a reason to do that. I'm going to have like probably all the mana I want regardless. Caretaker is a funny one. I've tried this card in old builds of walls, but I just was like never thought it would be good enough. But I also didn't have this version built with like way more creatures. Definitely didn't have Tinder Wall. All right, they probably get Island here. So they're definitely the Distant Melody version because they have Island. So we know that 100%. We need to just hit a draw spell is what we need. play out our hand here, but we don't do anything else at the moment. So any Lead the Stampede, Winding Way, Mulldrifter um, is basically what we need. There's Mulldrifter. Okay, that's a start. I think I just tap Tinder Wall and all my lands. I'll just hard cast it. Ooh, Cannonade. Not good yet, but might be good against this. Their Vanguard is going to get huge. But I might be okay. Yeah, I played a forest that turn, okay. Opponent is kind of flooded over there too. Wildheart Invoker. Okay. They've kept some weird hands. +5/+5 and trample. Quirion Ranger. So hopefully no Lead the Stampede or anything from the opponent, because Birchlore plus Lissalana goes off pretty hard. Well Wisher. Okay, I mean I can Wrath their board here with Cannonade. So I think what I'm doing is I'm blocking Vanguard with Mulldrifter and then going Cannonade end of turn just to be mana efficient. Not sure if it's that relevant, but I think I want to do it anyway. They have one card in hand and I want to kill all these things. So I think that's the plan. And they can't Wildheart Invoker here, so I can stop 9 damage for sure. But I do need to draw something. Alright. Oh, I guess I don't need to do that. I can just tap with this. Cannonade. Then go to my turn. I could have waited on Cannonade longer as well. Damn. So this costs 8 mana. So they cannot activate Wildheart. Distant Melody, draw 5. Okay. We have a 13/13. I almost think I just take the 17 because maybe I just chump. Yeah, I'll just chump. That's gotta be right. Ah. We hit a Mulldrifter, but that was the only draw spell we hit. I mean, I probably should have waited on this and hoped they went for Distant Melody, but I just didn't think they had any of that in hand. So I just wanted to like, get their stuff off the board, get their Quirion Ranger out of there before they were able to do too much. Okay, they can't add a bunch of mana this turn, so that's good. I can maybe chump this one more turn. Okay, we're dead. Wait, can they add any more mana? Birchlore? Ah, okay, we're dead. Because now they can tap, make a bunch of mana. So they did their thing this time, even through Cannonade, but we have 3 Cannonades. We're on the play. Opponent's been keeping some sketchy hands. Oh, are they not going to pump? Oh, they didn't kill me? We drew Lead the Stampede? Can we win? Probably not. I mean, maybe if I draw my deck here, but it's going to be really hard. Come on. Okay, we hit a dino. That's something, right? I don't think we can do it. Okay. Boarding party. Okay, staying alive. Boarding party into Winding Way, staying alive. Creature. Oh no, now we're dead. Now they can just use Wildheart Invoker. I'll just concede. Okay. Moment's Peace, huh? See, again, if they make that many creatures, is Moment's Peace really that good? I think the answer is no. Zero land. Zero land. No. Not like this. The 5-0 dream might go down. Okay, well, keeping this hand. Putting back Crusher. Maybe not. Maybe putting back Mulldrifter, weirdly? No. Crusher costs 8. Oh, I have to put back 2 cards? I forgot I'm on 5. Jeez. 5 against 7. They're actually due for their good draw now. I think I'm just playing Axebane Guardian here. Not ideal, but still a turn 2 Axebane. The Llanowar Elf plus Quirion Ranger forest draw is so good, especially when you have like 1 forest in hand. Like now they have 3 more mana. Well Wisher's good, but I don't know if it's like that crazy. Okay. I think I'm just going Axebane, pass. Problem is, yeah, opponent can just do so much here. If they don't have something to get around Cannonade and I can draw Cannonade, I can certainly win. Another Axebane. Okay. I think I'm getting Axebane down, then I add more mana this way. Then let's just go 1 blue, the rest green, Winding Away. Creature. Oh no! I have to tap this Axebane. Brutal. Brutal. Opponent might not be able to do too much, but still sucks. I can evoke Mulldrifter, but I'm just gonna play Rubblefort. If I had kept a red floating there, I could have played Rubblefort, tap 5 mana, play Mulldrifter. Damn. I maybe should have thought of that as an out, but I think I played fine because I left blue-green floating. It's likely that off that Winding Way I was going to draw green cards that I wanted to cast, and I wanted to leave the option of casting Mulldrifter open. So I think what I did was fine in the end. Are they just going to play another Ranger? Okay. Can I please draw into Fiery Cannonade one time? Just wrath their board? Okay, come on, Mulldrifter. You know what to do here. Blue, blue, red, red. I think I used this green mana this time. Just cast it. Tap like this. Okay, Lead the Stampede. Sweet. Now I'm gonna just add a bunch of green, I think. Lead the Stampede. Alright, we hit the full 5. And double Ranger on that. Sweet. Tinder Wall, Ranger. Green mana. Blue and red mana. Axebane. Ranger. Add a bunch of mana. Draw spell. the draw spell. And nothing else. Overgrown Battlement, Caretaker. I don't know if this is actually enough. Should I attack with these Quirion Rangers? Probably not. Like if they just trade them for Sylvan Rangers, it's kind of bad for me, I think. Don't know if I necessarily need them, but I also don't know if the damage matters that much. We needed to draw Cannonade. We've drawn 23, we've seen 23 cards out of our library. Okay, is that all they can do? I mean, as it stands, we still have a lot of good draws. Now they can save some stuff from a from Cannonade. I'm actually not going to play Ranger because specifically we do want to draw Cannonade. I mean, what we really want to draw is Lead the Stampede, but opponent gets there first. Lissalana plus Quirion Ranger. Okay, that's really good. They just want to leave Timberwatch up. Can't attack with Boarding Party anymore. Now if they have Distant Melody, which they probably have, they can probably just go off and kill me. Yeah. They don't have Priest of Titania though. Oh, Wildheart Invoker. Okay, I like to see that. Not the Priest. These have probably been our worst draws. I mean, we're still doing stuff, but I don't know if it's quite enough this time. Like I think this deck is better than the Elves deck at doing the big mana thing. Like we not only have 4 Lead the Stampede, 4 Winding Way, but we also get Mulldrifter, we get Haste, we get more Priest of Titania effects, and our stuff has more than 1 toughness. So they're gaining infinite. We just can't draw lands. Brutal. I'll attack, sure. I think. Okay, next turn we're definitely dead because they add infinite with Priest of Titania and pump their stuff with Wildheart Invoker. So I need to be able to go off next turn. Not looking good. They could be gaining more life with Quirion Rangers and Well-Wishers too, but maybe they just don't want to or don't care. Alright, I guess I won't concede yet. They should be able to just attack and kill though, especially with Timberwatch plus Wildheart. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah, they had 21 mana. God, we just had so much more mana. Alright, they're pumping 1 creature to 16 power, 37 power. Yeah. 58 power, trample. So I don't even have enough toughness. 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, plus 12. Yeah, GG's. That was unfortunate. Yeah, we didn't draw enough of our draw spells. Opponent kept some really bad hands. Felt kind of robbed at the 5-0 there, but let's still go for the 4-1. See you in round 5. All right, welcome to round 5. We are 3-1. We've got a mulligan in this hand. Can't cast anything. Going for the 4-1 here. Felt pretty robbed last round, but it was fun. I'll keep this. I can put back land. Kind of want all this stuff. A little greedy to put back land, but opponent on 5, we're on 6. But yeah, felt like our elves opponent kept bad hands and just got us anyway, which really stung. It stung. Okay, swamp, swamp, nothing else. I think I still just go Battlement, even though they can like edict it end of turn. They're on 5. I'm just gonna start playing out my stuff. Yeah, they could like Chainer's Edict me, but that's true regardless. Like I could have Winding Wade, but I may have had to even discard. It's just like definitely not worth it. Yeah. Okay, there's land. I think I'll just go Axebane Guardian just to be mana efficient. Yeah, this might die as well, but it is what it is. Opponent's not on many cards, so we have to fight through their removal. I'd rather be mana efficient. Like next turn I could draw land and go Winding Wave plus Battlement, which is just so much better. Or even just Winding Wave plus 1 drop, so. I think I'll just go for another Axebane. I know I don't want these to die, but it's what it is. It's also raining super hard here, so apologize if that's being picked up by the mic. It's gonna stick to the plan. Hopefully they run out of removal eventually. They're definitely not blocking. Chitter. Doesn't really matter what I put back, I don't think. Just drawing it. Let's go Battlement. Winding Way. Creature. Caretaker. Go. And we might have fought through the removal enough to be able to go off. I could have blocked last turn. I don't really know what they have. They could have Disfigure, but I mean, I'm sure they are maxed out on Defiles anyway. All right, no Rubblefort for us yet, but we can still kind of go off. Let's play this. This is mana even. And so I have 4, 8, 9, 10 mana. Getting Crusher down is pretty enticing, but I think I want to just Mulldrifter. I think it's safer against removal, and just drawing cards is really good. All right, I can Boarding Party now. Or do I just Mulldrifter again? I'll just Mulldrifter again. And then next turn, go off. I could have just played Crusher there, but again, I think that plays worse against removal. I'm gonna trade with their stuff here. I know they can like unearth a Chitter or something, but that's fine if they do. I don't care about these Mulldrifters being in play. I think I'd rather just save my life total and deal with their board. Okay, that's interesting. Let's start with a Lead the Stampede. All right, now we hit the Rubbleforts. So that should be enough. I have to play Llanowar to get red mana. And then go red, 6 mana. Guess I'll just go Winding Wave first. Creature. We just hit Dino. Rubblefort. 7 mana. How much mana total do I have? 7 mana, 8 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, plus 6, 14 mana. Let's just go add a bunch of mana. Lead on Boarding Party, I suppose. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can still crush her after this, no matter what. Tinder Wall, sure. I wonder if I'm supposed to Cascade again, but I think it's safer just to crush her here. Make sure to take back the Monarchy and Annihilate. Yeah, okay, sweet. Got mono black there. This deck is insane. Like, I know I've drawn pretty well, but I've seen the mirror a lot. I think I got unlucky to lose to elves. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm in a league and not like against the good blue decks with counterspells. Counterspells are pretty good, but they're not even that great against this deck. These new Cascade cards are good against counters. Lead the Stampede and Winding Way are good against counters in the fact that you have to counter them. This deck is just really good all around. Reaping the Graves seems like where I want to be in this matchup. They're going to kill a lot of my stuff. Pulse can also get back creatures. I think that's good. Maybe Llanowar and Findhorn, while they make me faster, they just they could have witches, and that's like the only thing in my deck that dies to witches. And I want to keep like all my value. This deck is sweet. Alright. Mulligan, but yeah, like I said, 14 lands in the deck, you're gonna have to mulligan a fair amount. Alright. This is sketchy, but I actually keep. I don't want to go to 5. I think I just put Mulldrifter back. Hopefully in my first 2 draw steps I just draw a land. I can even lead Tinder Wall to play around removal. I don't even want to sack my Tinder Wall, but we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go Quirion Ranger. I'm going to activate Quirion Ranger. Okay, they're F6'd. So now I sack Tinder Wall. And Axebane. So if they just kill Axebane, okay, wow, they didn't. Crypt Rats, okay. So they're just threatening to just kill my board. So let's go just 1 green mana. I don't want to really commit anything more to the board. I think I want to just lead the Stampede. I could commit 1 Overgrown Battlement to force them to have to Crypt Rats for 4 next turn. So if I go Overgrown Battlement, untap, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to do that. It kind of sucks. They may not even have a 4th mana though. And I still get to lead the Stampede this way and play Overgrown Battlement. Not entirely sure about that one, but I think it's fine. There's our Reaping the Graves on the bottom. I can attack. They can't block. They have to kill these. They block. That's great. If they block, I'll accept that trade all day. Like, why would they block? They can literally just untap and kill both of these with the ability. Crypt Rats is a sweet card though. It's like a balanced Wrath and Pauper because it's a 3 mana 1/1 that has to survive a lot of the time, and it deals damage to yourself. So it's not that good against aggressive decks a lot of the time. I like playing out the Battlement there because again they have to have another swamp, and then it takes literally their entire turn if they want to kill it. They have to do it on their turn, and I still get to play Lead the Stampede. And if I don't play this, it's just like I don't necessarily progress my board. But now if they're like, oh, I want to wait to Crypt Rats till they commit more to the board, now next turn I actually have some mana. Whereas if I don't play this, then they can just wait on Crypt Rats. They don't have to do it. But this is like committing enough where I think they have to Crypt Rats, and if they don't, I might get to do something good. So I think they have to Crypt Rats here. Well, opponent is just tanking on this attack. They're probably just not there or disconnected right now. So I'll just pause for a second and come back when they're back. It looks like they're back. They take Quirion Ranger. Crypt Rats for 4. Land, please. Quirion. Not a land, but not bad. Basically gives us an extra mana and another creature. Thorn, okay. I'll get back Crypt Rats on top. That's probably going to kill us. Let's see, I can go sack. I can go 1 mana, 3 mana, play Overgrown Battlement, have 1 red floating. Quirion Ranger, replay Forest, and then have 2 mana left over. I mean, I think that's what I have to do, and then just play Tinder Wall. I can't really lead the Stampede yet. And then if they Crypt Rats, they can kill Quirion Ranger, but they can't kill Overgrown Battlement yet. Alternatively, I can just play Overgrown Battlement and pass and not sack anything, not play Tinder Wall. No, actually, I think that is better. Because why would I like sack Tinder Wall just to play Tinder Wall? That doesn't make sense. So let's just play Battlement, pass. We just needed to draw 1 land at some point. That would have helped a lot. We're essentially getting 2 mana a turn off our Quirion Ranger activations, but I don't think that's quite enough. The good news is this game is not over. Like they can go Crypt Rats, land, kill these 2 things and this. If they don't, I have a reasonable amount of mana next turn. I might be able to Boarding Party or Rubblefort, maybe even Lead the Stampede. So they have to have some removal spells. This feels like Crypt Rats. It is. And they're not going to activate it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's go Tinder Wall. That actually adds mana with Quirion and Overgrown Battlement. Let's untap this. Go land. I think I just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess I could go, I guess I can go Lead the Stampede right now. Yeah, this is, I think I cast Lead the Stampede, and then I still have 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I can Lead the Stampede and still have enough to Boarding Party. Because this way I could hit more Quirion Rangers or something. I don't, but I Axebane and I have Rubblefort. Okay. I think this is actually going to be good enough. So I go, no, I go Caretaker, this is the line. And then I go add 4 mana, go up to 6 mana, go Rubblefort, go Axebane Guardian. Maybe I'm not supposed to play all these out into Crypt Rats. What am I doing? I don't think there's much I can do. I think I just need to try to do this actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already used this. Boarding Party. into Axebane. Okay. I can play another boarding party. This might be enough. Boarding party. Winding Way. Creature. Hit double Crusher, which we cannot cast. So I think I attack with, as weird as it is, I think I attack with a Ranger, boarding party. So I've already used this. Can't cast a Crusher, that would have been huge. If they have a removal spell here, I get wrecked too, but I think I attack with all these in order to try to take the Monarchy. Maybe that was wrong. Okay, they're at 8. But now they can just Wrath by tapping. But then they have to take 4. Yeah. I'm still on 1 mana then. For 3. Okay. Why not for 4? Because they have something they want to cast, perhaps? Okay. That's weird. Shitter. Alright, that sucks. The good news is I can just keep the Monarch if they don't have a removal spell, but the bad news is we've drawn 14 cards out of our deck and only 1 land. Okay, yeah, we're dead. The discard one. Alright, they know about these. We're dead. We're at 10, they get to replay Chitter, we can't do anything. That was rough. The Crypt Rats really got us. I could have definitely committed less. But the thing is, like, the Wrath from the Crypt Rats was probably just going to be too much anyway. Do I want Llanowar Elves on the play? I don't think so. I think I'm fine with the deck like this. Alright, I'll keep. Slightly slower hand, but not bad. Turn 2 Battlement, turn 3 Axebane. We have Mulldrifter and Crusher. Crusher is actually pretty decent in this matchup. They need to have like either cleared our board so they can Edict, or have exactly like Cast Down. Both of which they can definitely do. Ooh, Lead Witch's Cottage. They're probably light on lands. Ooh, Divest. Do they take this? They have to take Axebane. That unlocks so much mana for us. Oh, they take Mulldrifter. Interesting. They might have removal for this. Alright. One time. Another Witch's Cottage. There's Defile. Tinder Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing it. Nice. Now I have 7 mana, so a land I can cast Crusher next turn. A Defender that costs 1. Oh, Defile. Brutal. Yeah, a land I can cast Crusher. A 1 mana Defender I can cast Crusher. Okay. They have to have basically Cast Down. Otherwise I get to Annihilate. Gary? If Gary's all they have, it's not that bad. They have 3 cards in hand. Oh, they play a second Thorn. Interesting. Alright, I get to Annihilate and play another Crusher. They can just block with 1. You have to attack with Crusher. You don't have a choice. This picture has been broken on Moto for like months. Okay. Witches. Okay, there's the witches that we thought they had. Ah, land. Brutal. Alright, we have to attack. I'm going to play this to play around Chitter. They're down to 3 lands, but they do have the Monarch. So we need to draw something. They're like surprisingly in the driver's seat here. Chitter doesn't do anything because we don't have any cards in hand. And we have a lot of good draws. That's not one of them. Got pretty flooded. We've drawn half the lands in the deck in the top 15 cards. Brutal. Sign in blood, okay. Witches, sure. Okay. Can we draw Winding Way or Lead the Stampede, please? One time. Now we can cast Mulldrifters too. I think the opponent taking Mulldrifter was like not the right play. Chitter just for the 2/2. Resolves. Ah. Probably shouldn't have played that either, but just jamming. Gary, yep. Okay. Draw spell. We put as many draw spells in the deck as we could. Let's attack. They probably have more Garys. Oh, they don't want me to take the Monarch. And then they're going to shoot it. I'm actually fine with this. I feel like this gives me a chance. Makes sense that they don't want they don't want me to draw or take the Monarch. Cycle Suffocating Fumes. Yeah, Suffocating Fumes and like Fiery whatever just aren't even good against this deck at all. Look, I just side out my elves sometimes. You only have 2 of them. This shouldn't be in the deck, I don't think. But they chose me right now? Am I dead? Am I gonna lose right now? Ah, they're just gonna wrath the board. Right, they definitely should have wrathed. What were they doing? I mean, now I can hit draw spells. Draw? No. Damn, that sucks. Now we're dead. Now they just have the Monarchy. I felt like we had to cast Boarding Party there, and I felt that was so greedy of the opponent not to just Crypt Rats on their turn. Carry for 2, we go down to 6. They draw. Play an 0-3. They kill it. And they probably have another Gary. Alright, we got by Mono Black. Can't believe we lost that matchup. I thought we were going to 4-1 that league for sure. That was pretty disappointing, honestly. The 3-0 into 0-2 for the 3-2. Brutal. I wonder if there's anything different I could have done against Mono Black, like not committing as much the turn I like double boarding partied in game 2. But still a really fun league. I think this deck is strong. I felt pretty unlucky to lose matches 4 and 5. And I felt pretty lucky to win like the mirrors just because I like just happened to do better than my opponent. But this deck is sweet. I may want to change the sideboard around a little bit. Not exactly sure what to do, but there's a lot of room. I don't know if the combo sideboard is that good, but yeah. Thank you for watching. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. My name is Max. Till next time. Thank you.